There's a lot of talk on social media today about how President Trump might invoke the Insurrection Act to deploy troops to cities. I say don't push the panic button just yet. Trump said Monday about the act, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary. He said if people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe. Illinois Governor Pritzker said Monday Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities. The Trump administration is following a playbook: cause chaos, create fear and confusion, make it seem like peaceful protesters are a mob by firing gas pellets and tear gas canisters at them. Why? To create the pretext for invoking the Insurrection Act so that he can send military troops to our city. He wants to justify and normalize the presence of armed soldiers under his direct command, end of quote. Some believe that Trump might misuse the Insurrection Act to interfere with the election 1 year from now. But while the act can be used to have the military respond to domestic law enforcement, the law does not permit the act to be used for federal interference with elections. If he did, courts could review and challenge its use. Nobody rational thinks troops are required in cities and states. Former Chief White House ethics lawyer Richard W. Painter says on X, Congress must impeach Trump if he invokes the Insurrection Act. There is no insurrection. By the way, journalist Ken Klippenstein says on X, new directive NSPM 7, that's the National Security Presidential Memorandum 7 from the Trump administration, targets anti-capitalism, anti-Christian, and anti-American opinions as indicators of extremist violence, authorizing an army of 4,000 counterterrorism officers to prevent crimes that haven't happened. That would be pre-crime. My advice is that people need to act in such a way to make sure that an election will be held as scheduled in November of next year, at which time hopefully Democratic and independent candidates can win more seats in Congress. That means if people want to protest, they should not break the law, not giving authorities the pretext to limit, interfere with, or cancel the election. Opposition or resistance must be peaceful and law-abiding, but with full voice and patriotism. Support those giving voice to the truth and not lies. Support those speaking out against injustice and abuse. Support those who still have a vision of what our country, the United States, has been, truly is, and can be as we move into the future with courage and empathy, knowing that we're not only citizens and residents of our country, the United States, but part of a larger world with people and species around our beautiful and precious earth.